Hey, everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we have something genuinely sensational to share with you all. You know her as the incredibly talented actress, the queen of the silver screen, and a true icon of our time, Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie, the champion!
But did you ever imagine her taking on a role that's as iconic as Barbie herself? Hold on tight because, in this video, we will unveil the extraordinary journey of how Margot Robbie became Barbie. Get ready because it's time to dive into the mesmerizing world of Margot Robbie as Barbie. Let's roll the film and discover the incredible story behind the making of this much-anticipated movie. Had Margot Robbie been the only person cast to play a version of the beloved Mattel doll in the Barbie movie, she wouldn't have stepped inside Barbie's dream home. According to the star and executive producer of the latest Time cover story, "I don't think I would have wanted to attempt to make a Barbie film if Mattel hadn't chosen the concept of various Barbies." This aligns with the toy company's view that Barbie isn't limited to one personality, physique, or woman. Mattel and Robbie wanted to highlight that there are now 175 different Barbie dolls with various skin tones, body types, and hairstyles. The toy company officials chose the actress to play the lead Barbie, called Stereotypical Barbie, after Robbie and her production firm approached her for a movie in 2018. Richard Dixon, the COO and president of Mattel, saw the potential in Robbie's bringing in to get audiences who aren't familiar with Mattel's most recent updates into theaters. Kate McKinnon plays Weird Barbie, Alexandra Shipp plays Author Barbie, Sharon Rooney plays Lawyer Barbie, Nicola Coughlan plays Diplomat Barbie, and Dua Lipa plays Mermaid Barbie, among other Barbies in the film. In addition, the movie has other Kens, played by actors such as Ryan Gosling, Kingsley Ben-Adir, Simu Liu, and Kuti Gatwa, and Scott Evans. It can be risky when working with a cultural item like Barbie. You're considered reductive if you stick too closely to the content source. If you go too far, you are disrespectful. It's simple to understand how things could go so wrong when you consider that Barbie is one of the most well-known and problematic brands in the entire globe. Because of that complex calculus, Margot Robbie was drawn to this nearly 60-year-old plastic doll that promotes unhealthy body goals and female empowerment. Although Robbie looks like the traditional Barbie, she did not enjoy playing with the unrealistic doll when she was younger. She preferred being outdoors in her native Australia. Despite this, she followed every step of Mattel's attempts to make a live-action Barbie movie precisely because of its difficulty as a devoted producer on films like I, Tanya, and Promising Young Woman. "She is so iconic, but she's also so complicated," stated Robbie, who produced Barbie with her partner, Tom Ackerley, and their business, Lucky Chap Entertainment. She said in her native Australian lilt, "There have been real issues with Barbie over the years, and there have been real loves. The problem has continued to grow. Although it's simple to blame Barbie, this is a conversation about ourselves at its core." A charming favor Robbie requested of filmmaker Greta Gerwig before accepting the iconic role is an exemplary instance. Robbie highlighted her childhood links to the doll on The Kelly Clarkson Show, and other cast members America Ferrera, Kate McKinnon, and Issa Rae. Robbie got obsessed with her Barbie dream house shortly after receiving it for Christmas. She was so focused on it that she promised Gerwig she'd follow Greta's vision. She was willing to do whatever Greta wanted this Barbie movie to be. She added, "But please, 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 can we have a dream house where she has a slide that goes from her bedroom down to her pool? Because that is my goal in life." A few weeks before Barbie's July 21st release date, Robbie and her husband Ken, Ryan Gosling, were in Beverly Hills discussing the movie. This date has since become a battleground for women's box office dominance between Barbie and Christopher Nolan's 3-hour historical drama, Oppenheimer, which is about the creation of the atomic bomb. That hasn't prevented Robbie and Gosling from being giddy with delight over what they've accomplished and the in-depth familiarity with the subject matter that their writer-director Greta Gerwig has. Gerwig and her boyfriend Noah Baumbach contributed to the script. Her work compared Gosling to Warhol's Campbell's soup can. "It's like showing you something that you've seen a million times as art," he stated. Why did the Australian actress choose this specific project? "I didn't want to pick up another script where I was the wife or the girlfriend. Just a catalyst for the male storyline," Margot said to Harper's Bazaar. It lacked inspiration. A recent tweet from the official Warner Brothers Twitter account featured a first-look photo of Margot as Barbie. The actress smiles at the camera while wearing a big blue beaded bracelet on her hand, a striped blue halter top, with a blue headband with polka dots. Margot is shown against a pink backdrop, sitting in a flashy pink car with her hands on the wheels. Emma Mackey revealed exclusively to Empire that the Barbies gathered at the beginning of filming and shared a sleepover, which is so adorable that we can barely stand it. Among their pastimes, according to Emma, was playing games with Scott Evans and Nkuti Gatwa. We like to believe that the sleepover was also pink. Did anyone get into pillow fights or wear matching pink pajamas? How do we get a pair? We're already drawing virtual hearts because the one and only Ryan Gosling will portray Ken, Barbie's boyfriend. And finally, a picture of the actor as Barbie's boyfriend has come to light. Besties. Considering Ryan Gosling's beautiful blonde hair, uncovered denim suit, and the all-pink setting resembling Barbie's dream house, we are head over heels for him. According to a Deadline exclusive, the romantic crazy, stupid, love actor first declined the part but accepted it after his schedule became available. This statement caused a frenzy on Twitter, where one commenter compared Ryan to a Ken doll and said, "The resemblance is uncanny." What an incredible cast! Do you know how much money they're making? Yes! Let's discuss earnings. Based on a Variety report, Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie reportedly earned $12.5 million each for their roles in Greta Gerwig's Barbie. With Margot Robbie's fantasy comedy, Barbie, raking in record-breaking box office receipts, the most beloved doll has suddenly become a box office beast. For Warner Bros. Picture Studio, which has had a harrowing experience with recent movies, particularly the dismal returns of DC blockbusters, the film turns out to be a much-needed enormous box office victory. The film, directed by Greta Gerwig, is having a fantastic run at the North American box office and pulling in tremendous business on weekdays. Barbie became one of the highest first Mondays ever in the domestic market, following the most prominent first weekend of the year with $162 million. How did a director best known for producing severe films about the inner lives of women end up writing and directing a movie about a doll who has no inner life and is defined by her appearance? Said Gerwig. The 39-year-old director claims, "I played with dolls for too long. In junior high, I was still doing it. Children were drinking as I played with dolls." Gerwig's mother disapproved of Barbie because of feminist sentiments. She went through the 60s and said, "What did we do all this for?" Gerwig's time spent with Barbies did, however, equip her for a career in creative storytelling. The script was written by Gerwig and her writing partner, director Noah Baumbach, under extraordinary circumstances. The pandemic struck when they participated in a Barbie boot camp organized by Mattel. It started with a history lesson on the woman who created the doll, Ruth Handler, and included a tour of Barbie's most glamorous outfits. The pair received different studio feedback while they drafted because they were isolated in their New York home. The film takes place in Barbie Land, a utopia where each doll has a significant job. All issues about feminism and equal rights have been resolved, as Helen Mirren's harsh narrator remarks. Every night the Barbies have sleepovers where they brag about how gorgeous and self-assured they feel. The Kens are there as valuable dance partners. But then Robbie's Barbie starts to contemplate death. Those pointed feet flatten out. Her thigh displays cellulite. To combat these changes, she must travel into the real world with Ken, who feels like an extra in Barbie's fantasy life. The actual world does exist. Preteens dress Barbie down for wrecking their self-esteem as guys in suits at Mattel, led by the CEO played by Will Ferrell, make phony speeches about female empowerment. It gets fascinating when Barbie and Ken set off on personal growth adventures. Ken's story will remain a secret, but Ryan Gosling almost steals the show. What do you think about the movie? Let us know down below by commenting. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any fantastic videos from us.